guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome to our podcast.
Oh, don't be so happy. Oh my God. Welcome to our podcast. Sound like Morticia Adams.
She is my spirit. That's who my spirit animal is. You found out your spirit animal today. We'll get to that. First things first, thank you to the person who bought me this wine. Today I'll be drinking Paolo e Carlo, class 1966. That's old.
It's most likely off.
Is it really from 1966? Damn. Oh, damn, he told me I had to let it air for 30 minutes.
That's never going to happen with you.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway.
I can blow in it.
It's a Primitivo di Manduria de Denominazione di Originale Controllata Riserva. I most likely said all of that completely wrong. Anyway.
I don't care.
Anyway.
She's like Reddit, you can shut her down.
This will be the last podcast you'll find on our YouTube channel.
This YouTube
channel. It's
our RSS feed will still be exactly the same. So for Spotify and Apple and Google and all of those, that's no different. But we're moving it off my photography channel to its own podcast channel because YouTube's robots are terrible. They don't like... Well, I don't get it. People like Peter McKinnon did this whole big thing about you should do shorts on your channel because it boosts your channel and it makes it, the more content's better. Even he stopped doing shorts because he see it damaged his channel. Anyway.
I'm not opening it now.
So was it Peter Colson photographer?
Yes.
So that photographer channel is all about photography.
And this podcast is not about photography.
This podcast is all about just us being a pair of idiots.
So I've made a new channel. I will pop a link down below.
And this one will be on both.
Yeah, but soon will be removed. So every podcast is going to be on that channel now. And
we won't be putting any more on this channel, depending on which channel you're listening to this on.
Yeah, so...
But your Apple people and all of yours safe, we're not changing anything there.
No, that's all fine. It's just if you listen to this on YouTube or watch this on YouTube, then you have to go to a new channel. Sorry for the confusion. This
is annoying because many years ago, right back in COVID, I was listening to 4 or 5 companies. One of them was video creators, and they're all telling you what to do to build your YouTube channel, and they were suggesting you put your podcast on there. And we've been doing it nearly a year, and we've just looked at how much it's affected our channel because the robots are looking at an hour-long content for a small amount of people and just going, no, you're not interesting anymore.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually not, but...
But then your other tutorials are now suffering because of that because...
Well, it might be, or it could be I'm just doing crap content. Maybe I'm shooting you too much.
Probably.
Cool. Probably. Anyway, did you taste it?
No, not yet, because I was letting...
You've got to swirl it to breathe it.
All right, I'll...
Don't tip it. We're in Airbnb, I don't want the fine.
Swirlings.
You need a straw and blow in there. Did you sniff it?
It smells nice. It's got nice legs.
It's got nice legs.
It's got nice legs on it. See, I know things about wine.
Oh, so where's the legs?
The legs are there. It's when you swirl you see...
Right. I didn't know I never knew you knew that. I thought that you get legs if you have a dirty glass too.
Well, this is
And that glass
filthy.
looks pretty friggin' dirty. Yeah. I've got nice legs on my glass too. Look, see, mine's got nice legs.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. Glass also.
It's really smooth. That's tasty.
Too smooth for some.
15% as well. Yeah.
Anyways, we're in Frankfurt.
Yes.
Yes.
Can we do the time warp again?
What do you mean again? I didn't do it the first time.
Frankfurter.
And we've finished our Frankfurters workshops.
Yes.
And tomorrow off to... Spamsterdam.
You did an awesome shoot today.
I did a really good shoot today.
I got an email last week from Stefan, I think that's how I say his name. I'm really bad with pronunciations of things, as we know. But he did our Paris workshop last year, and he sent me an email recommending an awesome model who lives not too far from Germany.
Not too far, no, 3 and a bit hours.
3 hours.
That's not too far.
He sent me an email recommending her, and I looked her up on Instagram, and I was like, that is a stunning face and a really good model. And her entire feed was black and white on her own personal Instagram.
No, but that's the front picture. She always got 2 or 3 behind, which you colour.
Oh, but her entire Instagram is black and white.
Yes.
If you look at it.
Yes.
So I showed Peter, and Peter was like, yes.
She's all right.
She's a lot.
She's all right, maybe.
She's lots
If
pretty.
I have to shoot, I will.
So I reached out to her and said, hey, we're in Frankfurt, are you interested in shooting? And at first it was, no, sorry, I've got university on those days. And I was like, oh, damn, maybe next year. And then she came back, she's like, no, I can miss that event. And I was like, perfect, we'll see you on Tuesday then. So her and her husband, we've come here, we've spent the whole day shooting. Photos look insane. This place has got really great natural light, so...
It's got great light until a certain time. So once about 4:30 hits, all the light becomes upward bounce light, and it's very Blair Witchy.
Yeah, but...
Very early light up until about 10, 11 o'clock. The light in my room is not that good because it's actually shining straight in the room. But once you hit about 11, the light in all these rooms is... What are you looking at?
Just checking the red dots on the camera.
There's a red dot on the monitor. Oh, is that what that red dot means? Don't say you can't see the red dot on the monitor. Have you seen my optometrist yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? You can't, right in the middle at the top.
Hardly. Anyway, you see the lighting in your room.
I changed the subject, blind.
The lighting in your room?
Yeah, lighting in my room was beautiful after 11. And she's come, and there's a lighting on this wall behind us over that way, which is really nice until about 2 o'clock. And we started off on that wall, and I fired her 4 or 5 frames. She seemed very comfortable right from the step. Most girls need a little bit of time. But it's like, they're pretty shots, and I'd see she just, and all of a sudden she starts doing this with her hand. I said to her, who taught you that? And she goes, I've always done it.
Yeah.
She said, I like to, if I feel I can bring my pictures out. And then later on today, I mentioned I have this little trick I do to see how well a model can model, and 90% of them fail, but they'll never do it again. After I show them the trick, they get it. And I've done it to her, and she's done it perfect straight away. And
you said, like, because I overheard it, and it's funny, we do it all the time with models. We say, all right, give me strong and powerful. And they just give this like angry face. And they're like, now give cute and pretty. And they're like, try and do this smile. Whereas Peter said to her, give me strong and powerful. And she instantly just like stood wider.
Yeah, put some attitude. I said, no, cute and pretty. She lifted her leg and crossed her legs a little bit and dropped her chin down.
Amazing. We never
it was really, and when you haven't worked with a model, you don't know their comfort zone. So you don't know what they're comfortable with and what they're not. So she's picked out, when we started, I do what I always do, go through my mood boards and find 10 or 20 shots. She's picked out some shots, and there's some Kate Moss, which I knew I'd going to love. And she has a little bit of a Gemma Wardy feel to me, especially when she does a slight chin down, looks straight into the camera. And we're shooting here to start with, and we've got some really nice shots, and we zipped into my room to try it, and we've got the windows open. Whenever I have the windows open in my room and the windows open up here, we get this incredibly strong breeze. And all of a sudden the hair just starts blowing all over her face. I'm just going snap, 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 and I've shown her, and she's gone, oh my God. So every time I got windy, I have to go back to your bedroom.
She was really cute. And I was like, because her husband came with, which I like it when girls bring a chaperone.
So do I. It makes me so much more comfortable.
Same.
It really makes me comfortable. I think it's really clever of the girl, because they don't know me from a bar of soap.
And she didn't even say anything. She just bought it. And I don't care about that. And I actually like it because, like you said, they don't know you from a bar or so.
And it didn't affect our shoot one iota. No, if anything, it was better him being here.
Yeah, I mean...
Except he started taking up my time, and she was getting, come on, the wind's blowing, come on.
But he was sitting outside having some lunch, and I went out to have a smelly cigarette. And
you would never do that. You're a vapor now.
we were talking, and we were talking about my job and stuff. And then he was like, so what are your hobbies? Like, what do you do in your spare time? And I was like, I go to music festivals. Like, well, I don't know what other hobbies I have.
Drinking.
But like, other than that, like, people always ask me, like, what are your hobbies?
TikTok, Reddit, like, drinking. Partying.
Partying festivals is my... I was like, yeah, I like music festivals. And he's like, oh, cool, what kind of music? And so I like psytrance. And one of the first people ever, when I say psytrance, to actually know what I'm talking about. But then we started talking about music and stuff, and I mentioned, I was like, oh, I like some metal as well, like a pretty particular way. He's like, oh, really? Okay, well, I'm in a hard rock band. And then we started talking about metal music. He listens to Parkway Drive.
Well, duh. If you're in a medal, why wouldn't you listen to Parkway Drive? Come on.
No, but Parkway are like Australian and they're pretty...
They're pretty big around the world, thank you.
Not super big.
Oh, they're in the metal industry, in the metal scene, they are.
Wow.
Well, they did a documentary. They're big enough to have a doco.
I guess. Anyway, he loves
There's
Parkway.
no doco on other bands I know that are metal from Australia.
I guess. But he likes Parkway. And then I said my favourites Bring Me the Horizon. And then he was like, oh, they're awesome. So we were talking about metal.
They're not metal.
They're metalcore.
They're emo metal.
No, they're metalcore.
They're pretty boy metal.
It's
like having Justin Bieber as a front man.
No, Ollie Sykes is so much hotter than
So
Justin
much
Bieber.
hotter. Oh.
And so then we were talking about music and yeah, it was really, he showed us some of his band stuff. It was really...
His voice was good. I liked his voice.
It was cool.
Yeah.
So we had good chats, yeah. It's been a...
It was a great day. I haven't had a chance to look at the pictures.
Really
3,000 and I think 3,800 or 3,400 photos we took. Well, she just kept on, we'd finish a look and she'd come out with a new look and I was sort of like, yeah, that would look really good at that wall. And then we'd always end back in the bedroom with the wind. And she kept on doing these beautiful faces, but depending on what she was wearing, she changed it.
Yeah.
And I found this angled friggin' thing, we've got angled roof that I keep banging my head on at night time. When she put her hands up in there and she dropped her chin in, oh my God, the photos would like to die for.
3,800.
Yeah, well, that's too freaking. Right. So I got her the white flag. It only took her an hour and a half to go through them. And then she's got still 4 hours to drive home. But she went through and flagged them, and she's flagged like 1,200 pictures.
So I assume she was happy with the photos.
Oh, she was so... Did you see her face when she first started looking at them?
Yeah.
The biggest friggin' smile on her face. And I always know if a model's had a good shoot, they give me the biggest hug in the world.
And she did.
Oh, yeah, she squeezed the living Christ out of me.
No, she was really awesome.
I don't know, it's things like this which is really annoying because what I did with her on a first day, very, very few models I've ever worked with have given me that on the first day.
A lot of
no training, just, I didn't even show her, the only time I quickly showed her a little bit of test video, because I said, I just want you to move a little bit bigger. She's moving at a beautiful pace, but they were a little too small moves. I want her to increase how fast she moved. And that's all I showed her, like 10 seconds of the song.
And she's like, got it.
Yeah.
But I find that a lot, like a lot of the time you meet someone for like we have a new model come in, we've never met them, don't know them from a bar or soap, they come in and it's like 30 minutes to an hour of
hard work.
Yeah, of you
changing how. But even the workshop on Sunday, the second model we had there, I was ready to have standoff headbutting with her. Like I was so ready for it because she'd been modelling for 4 years. And she'd mainly done e-com. And the very first thing I did was strong, powerful. And said to her, don't judge me till we finish. And we finished it and she goes, why doesn't anybody teach us this stuff? This is amazing. And she had sent me a beautiful, you saw the email, didn't you? Beautiful email saying, you know, she learnt so much in this day.
Yeah, she's like, you've really changed my modelling. Like, I really appreciate it. Can you please send me links to those videos you showed me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but even with her, she would have been quicker because she was very open. So I think she didn't want to do crappy e-commerce. She was really good at e-commerce. So when we did did you see the e-commerce set we did? With the high key light?
I didn't see it, I heard it.
It was pretty much 3 clicks and I could turn away, not even look at her and click and she'd pull the pose every single time. And she said her record was like 200 changes in a day.
I think one of the models we had in...
It was over 300, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of the models we had in Geneva and you were telling the workshop participants, the e-commerce, like the girls have to change like hundreds of times. And they were like, no way. And so you said to the model, you're like, what's your record? What's the most amount of times? And she's like, oh, like 350? And everyone's like, no way.
Yeah, it's a really good e-commerce model. They literally will pull 10 or 12 poses, then change.
Yep.
And they'll get changed so quick, straight back in there, 10 or 12 poses, change. Imagine you have to get changed 300 times in a day.
Well,
couldn't think anything worse.
When I do the e-com stuff, when we've got Birch, when they come...
that's a bit different.
But still, even like...
Yeah,
I
only
do like, they'll only have like maybe 10 to 12 different things for me, but even that getting changed constantly, like, all right, change the jeans, change the top, now wear this, and then I go and do like the same Macarena. And it's just boring. There's no emotion in it. It's just you do, and you learn your Macarena pretty quickly, but it's just boring stuff, and that's why girls that do it so often, it's like when you're like, all right, come on, show everyone the Macarena. And we all know it's like you do a few at the front, then you do a few to the side, then you turn the other side, and
Do the hokey pokey.
it's so boring.
Anyway, we've had a pretty novel week. So we left Stavanger.
Yes.
And that was fun now. I did really enjoy that. I actually really enjoyed it, except we're going to do this beautiful shoot on sunset, because the sunset is like 11 o'clock at night, and Bec goes, oh yeah, we've got about 15 minutes gone.
Yeah.
So there was one picture. What makes it even worse, since then I found another picture with a rail, and it was so cool with the rail and her holding the rail. But Bec jumped over the fence. It's like minus 12-degree wind. She's just wearing a black slip, nothing else. I could see she was freezing. And we're on the 5th floor up on the roof. And she's gone over the fence and stood. That's the word.
It stood, yeah.
Stood. And it was only about 1.5 meters wide with no rail and straight over the edge.
Terrified of heights.
I did see the odd peep over there.
I'm terrified of heights. But I did it because I wanted the shot.
I think we might have one shot, but it would have been so much better 10 minutes earlier.
Cool.
So much better.
So much better, I know. Well, I didn't realise the sun was going to set.
No, I didn't expect it
That
last
quick.
bit to drop that quick.
Yeah, I know.
But then it stays on sort of the false dawn for another 3 hours.
Yes.
And then sunrise comes up.
At like
it never
3.
goes dark.
I know.
Yeah, what's with Europe? It's like here, I got woken up this morning at, because this place is like an oven, there's no air conditioning at all. There's a heating system that doesn't work, not that I want heating. The window they've got, it's like so noise-proof. It's those like double glazed with big shutters that come down.
It's ridiculous
But
how
you
noise-proof it is.
It's so, yeah, we've got the windows open so you can hear noise. But
you keep saying that you're snoring, and I'm like, I'm not hearing anything from my room.
Well, I'm not snoring in your room.
Yeah, but I can't hear, because you've got your door closed.
You're unconscious. We all know how you sleep.
I'm the deepest sleeper in the world.
I know, so you never, Shay heard it.
I do.
But she said it was very soft. She said she hardly heard it.
I could sleep through a world war, which you said I did yesterday. You told me to sleep in, and I did. And then you were like, did you not hear the construction? Did you not hear the train?
Cranes were dropping everything. And there was so much noise outside, and I had all the windows on. I couldn't believe. And I did the dishes. I was banging around. You didn't hear nothing.
Once I'm asleep, and I think what Shay was talking about as well, the sleep debt thing. I think I've had sleep debt. I think that's why I've been sleeping so much. Is my body is like, you're missing hours, so you.
I know what it is.
What?
So back in Melbourne's, you and Jared's, you'll have your shower at about 10ish and crawl into bed with Jared's and watch a little bit of shit for half an hour max, then fall asleep. You're not even going to a shower till midnight.
Because I'm having too much fun talking
So
shit
that's
with
why
you.
you can't get up at 9. You're 2 hours later than what
That's
you
what I
do
mean,
in Australia.
sleep debt. But
So I'm just going to drag you into your room tonight. I'm going to put gaffer tape on the front door and taking your phone off you so you can't talk to your friends all night.
Is it such a crime that I enjoy your company and I like hanging out with you and I like talking shit with you?
But I was liking to go to sleep too, you know, although that was useless last night. Yeah, I've gone from... In fact, this bed's worse than our bed. That's disgusting. We're voting this down. I'm not putting those anymore. They've got what? They're a super host?
Yes.
You can't have a super host that has $50 mattress on the bed. They've got IKEA furniture which is just falling apart. It's like a IKEA display home. It is. You've got 2 forks, 3 glasses. They're not getting super host off us. It's clean. It's in a nice position. That was easy to check in. It's very clean. But you can't give people beds like that to sleep on. You should have air conditioning.
Yeah, the air conditioning is really...
Well, there is none. In Paris, every room had an air conditioner.
Yeah,
I know we're in
true.
London, we're in Germany at the moment, and you're not allowed to burn fossil fuels because Russia's holding it back on
You're
us.
not allowed to what?
Burn fossil fuels. Just build nuclear reactors.
But then Chernobyl's happens.
That's what Russians do.
No, oh wait, where is Chernobyl?
Oh, sorry, you're not going to... That wasn't Russia.
Is that... Oh yeah, that is Russia. That's right, I watched the show, although I couldn't...
I watched the show, but I don't know where. No, it was actually...
I didn't finish that mini-series. I got up to...
No, I didn't watch it once you told me, so I'm on your side.
I've never watched the last episode because I can't, because everyone said they're like, that last episode's really hard to watch because there's like a scene where they're like killing pets and I'm like, I can't watch that. And I've never brought myself to watch it. And Jared's like, just close your eyes. I'm like, no.
You can't just close your eyes.
Close your
So like I was saying to the model today, she told me that her spirit animal is a butterfly, but I didn't think a butterfly was an animal. I thought it was an insect.
Yeah, well, tomato.
Well, I worked out today that my spirit animal's a fox.
Fox. Mine is a
Bottle of red wine.
yeah.
It's a grape.
No, I think maybe mine's a koala. I just
No,
sleep.
no.
Or maybe I'm a cat. Actually, no, because I did the Harry Potter thing that tells you what your Patronus is, and your Patronus is like.
We're talking about spirit animals, not tequila. Yeah, we're not talking about tequila. Back to spirit animals.
Yeah, so in Harry Potter.
No, spirit animals, Patron. I can understand now.
No.
So your spirit is a Patron.
You've never watched Harry Potter. So
Yes, I have. I watched the first one, didn't like it, never bothered again.
Yeah, so like later on.
It was like the Force be with you. It's like Star Wars and no.
Later on, there's this charm. It's called a Patronus charm, and when you do that, it's all this, and it shows you like what your spirit animal is.
So you don't have that charm. So how would you know?
Well, I did it online on Pottermore, and mine was a Tonkinese cat.
A Tonkinese cat.
Yes, it's kind of like a Siamese cat. So I'm a kid.
But you don't own the Siamese cat. You own these
I own a
fluffy balls
ragdoll.
of fluff.
I think Sister is my spirit animal.
Sister.
She's a bit of a princess.
I reckon Doug the pug was more your spirit animal.
Yeah, he was.
In fact, I reckon Henrietta was more your spirit animal.
Henrietta.
The one with the black mask, the corona mask.
Oh, Henrietta, how I miss her. Poor little
Anyway,
thing.
she's happy now. She's up there with Chanel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor little Henrietta.
Anyway, so what did you do this week? No, I haven't finished what I was saying before. You rudely interrupted me. So we're all excited to get here. We had Shay arranged to meet us here, and our flight, everything was fine. A little bit slightly delayed, but they said they caught it up in the air.
Yeah.
We get into Frankenfurter at like 10:30. 10?
Oh,
No, about 10.
It was quarter to 10.
Quarter to 10. So we get in there and we're sitting at the conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt's not running. And it was about an hour later until the conveyor belt ran. There's no other people in at this time. So it had taken an hour, but there was lots of stuff up. So we pulled in.
And they didn't have the...
They didn't have any... So they had one of those sort of motorised stairs on a truck.
But they had to wait
but
for
it
that.
didn't fit. So that drove away, and then they had to wait for another one that could come back and it fit. Then when it came back, it goes, oh, we don't have a bus to put you in, and you're not allowed to stand on the tarmac. What?
Hold battery grip.
You read?
Yeah.
We're red. I'm red. So yeah, we've landed in there. The mess up is like the truck wouldn't fit. So they finally get another truck in. Oh, so we don't have a bus for you to get off on. So we stand, I think we're about 10 minutes.
It was a
waiting
while.
for a bus to turn up. We all get on the bus. They jam the entire plane on one bus. My back's starting to kill me by now. So we're in there, we go to the conveyor belt where the luggage is, and an hour later they still hadn't even turned it on. Then other planes came in and all their conveyor belts started working. Ours is still not running.
And then our
Eventually
conveyor belt turns on
runs.
and 5 suitcases come out.
No, it was a few more than that.
It was about 5.
No, it was about 6.5. I saw a half one come out.
Sorry, I didn't mean
Anyway.
to make these noises.
So we're there going, and we let it sit going around and around for 15 minutes. I could see Bec getting stressed. I knew what her thing was about losing luggage once before. So I said, all right, let's go over to the counter that they have the staff there to look after you with baggage. We get over there, and British Airways had a nice person there. Some other airways had a nice person there. TCL Airways had a nice person there. KLM had a freaking sign sitting there. Scan the QR code and fill out a claim form.
Yep.
And if you want service week, there's nobody you can talk to.
Yep. So we were like, well, screw
All
this.
our bags, not just our entire. The only thing we had was our carry-on.
Our carry-on, which was our laptops. No
And
clothing.
I did have 30 kilos of camera shit strapped to my back, but it wasn't enough complete camera shit to do a video shoot.
And then meanwhile, because we've been standing there waiting for so long, and Shay arrived at the same time. She got a train just from Berlin. So she's already made it to the Airbnb, and she's texting me being like, hey babe, I'm here. I'm like, well, we are just leaving the airport now because they lost all of our luggage.
And even better, Bec has no alcohol because all the alcohol was in your luggage.
Yes.
So Bec's freaking. So Shay's running around the streets at 10 o'clock at night.
Finding me
Trying to
alcohol.
find. He found her Coronas first. She said, I found you some Coronas. And then she goes, oh, I found you some red wine.
God, absolute legend. Thank you, Shay. And we got here, and then we had nothing, so I had to sleep in my dirty clothes. And then the next day...
Why'd you sleep in your dirty clothes?
Well, because I was sharing a bed with Shay. I didn't want to sleep in just my undies.
Oh. Ew.
But then the next day we've woken up and we still don't have any update from them about like where our stuff is, what the hell's going on.
But thank you, Apple.
Peter was like, hang on, I've got an AirTag in my Leica bag. Let's have a look at where it is. And thankfully it up. So when he first looked at it, it was still in Amsterdam. So the thing is,
No, it was in Amsterdam because they hadn't shipped it yet.
Yes. So at first it was in Amsterdam, and that's where, because we had to go from Norway to Amsterdam to Frankfurt. So it just never made the connecting flight. So at first it was in Amsterdam, and then Peter checked it again.
And just interrupt, to top things off, we were sitting in Norway at the... We were about to check in and we saw our bags go on the plane. So, cool, look, our 3 bags are going on the plane.
Yes. So we knew that they got, but then they just didn't make it on the plane to Amsterdam. But Peter kept checking his AirTag, and then we saw they were in Frankfurt. We were like, okay, the bags are here. They're at the airport. No call, no email, no update. And for like 3 hours, I think.
Longer than that. 9:30 in the morning, we saw that they were in Frankfurt.
Yes.
We contacted KLM twice. They basically said, well, here's the number of KLM at
the airport. So I called them and they're like, no, they didn't answer. So I called the number that someone did answer, and they were like, yeah, you need to call the airport. And I was like, I have tried and they don't answer. And even the chick's like, oh yeah, they rarely answer. You just have to keep calling. Maybe you have to call 10 times before someone answers.
But we found out the KLM have no staff whatsoever at Frankfurt Airport. So it doesn't matter if we could see where our bags were sitting. We're watching it zigzag around the terminal, went out to here, then went over to we could watch them everywhere. And it's sort of like, we'll get an Uber, go there and pick them up, but there was nobody we could talk to get them picked up.
Well, that's
KLM, you are freaking useless. People should start black banning. If you're not going to supply, so how much is it going to cost for KLM to have one single staff member at an airport they fly into?
But even like I did end up, because I cracked it in the end, it was like 2:33 p.m. and we'd had no update and we still didn't have our bags, and I was like, screw this, booked an Uber and went to the airport, which is like 20 minutes each way, mind you. I got to the airport and I was like, full Karen mode. I was like, who can I speak to? I need to speak to someone about this. Or bought myself a packet of cigarettes and I went out and smacking my leg.
You went in Paris? Why are you smacking your leg?
Because I'm Karening about, I'm reliving the frustration.
So Karen's into fetish issue.
I'm just reliving my frustration. Anyway, I told them what was going on. They let me in. They're like, oh yeah, just go to the baggage claim area. I was like, okay, our bags aren't here. Like we have an AirTag. It says it's here. Where? And I showed them on the phone. I was like, where is this? Because I had your phone with me. I was like, where is this?
That's right, you took my phone, so...
Yeah, so I showed them, I was like, where's
everybody,
this?
I'm not supporting Apple, but I'm really supporting Apple. Those AirTags are the best freaking thing in the world. I couldn't believe my AirTags around. I had a look, and my car is still in my studio. My bag at home is still in my bag at home. There's a bag here. It shows me exactly where they are worldwide. It's the best thing ever. Buy them, and yeah, bad luck Samsung. And bad luck Android people, you don't have AirTags.
You know what I love as well with Apple is I've got you on the Find My Friends thing.
I know, you're worse than my wife. My wife doesn't even track me like you track me.
So I track you?
Well, did you hear what Shay said?
What?
With hers, it shows her boyfriend's heartbeat and goes, oh, his heart's a bit high. I wonder who he's having sex with at the moment.
But I like tracking you. So like, there's been a few days where Peter's gone to do something.
I've gone to work and Beck's had the day off.
Because you've told me to.
Yeah, that's all right, but that's why you tracked me. She felt guilty that I'd worked 14 hours and you slept in till 3 in the afternoon and then started drinking wine.
Peter's told me to have the day off and while he goes to do things, and then I'll get a little bit bored because there's only so much.
There's not me there to hang shit on her.
There's only so much I can do, and I don't really I don't know, going out and being a tourist when you're on your own is not really that fun. And so I will sit there and I'll be like, oh, Peter should be back now. And then I'll go on the Find My Friends thing and I'll see Peter is travelling. And then I'll run downstairs of the apartment and I'll be out the front and I'm like, hello, how was your day? And he's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I saw that you were close by.
You did nothing while I waited half an hour for a frigging Uber in Barcelona. You kept on seeing, Peter's still out there trying to get an Uber.
What could I have done?
You could have got an Uber and picked me up.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
I'll work on driving on the wrong side of the road.
I didn't say be an Uber driver.
No. Well, if they're not... Well, we had that the other night. Ubers was using... Ubers, I don't know, things are weird here. Upside down land.
No, but in my studio you can't get Ubers. There's so many times I go to Uber at the studio. It's just Uber's like... I don't know. I think the whole world's crap. Customer service is crap. Businesses are crap. We found out today a certain studio, we're not going to mention Shoreditch's name, but a certain studio takes a booking, does everything and then says, yeah, you penciled in, yeah, this is all fine. Oh, we gave it to the person who penciled it in before you. sorry, if we're penciled in, why didn't you say somebody's penciled in before you? Would you like a different studio?
Yep.
He was full of crap. The people that lie, who don't remember their lies, they're the best in the world. They just dig themselves the biggest friggin' hole. So I'm going to pay out big time when I'm there.
So if we're there...
8 years, that's all right, I'm going to pay out. I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to do full-on Karen. No, what's a male version of Karen?
Kevin?
A Kevin. I'm going to do a Kevin.
I don't know.
I bet Kevins have comb-overs, I think. Maybe I go to Jack the Clipper first and get a comb-over. I'm looking forward. You've got to make sure I can get to Jack the Clipper.
I will.
So important for me.
I just need to make sure we have a friggin' studio. So I was brushing my hair before, and the amount of hair that was actually falling out all day, I've been stressing.
That's the friggin' hair dye you've been using. The colour of her bed, oh my God, her bed in here looked like there'd been a friggin' massacre. It was full on. If it was down lower, I would say, Beck, you've got a problem. You just shit the bed. But it was up around her head.
Because I fake tanned, because you need to let it. You put on fake tan and then you need to let it sit for 8 hours. So I put it on.
Didn't.
No, I put it on and then I go to bed. It's what I do at home. But I've got grey sheets at home, so you don't really notice it. But I've put it on. I've gone to bed, and then because my hair's freshly dyed, it's still kind of leaking.
Not just that, because this place is stuffy as hell. You would have
sweating. So I've woken up in the morning.
Sleeping with Shay too. The extra sweats.
I've woken up in the morning and where I've been lying is brown from the fake tan, and then my pillow is blue from my blue-black hair dye.
It was disgusting. It was a full-on roadkill.
That's all right, we cleaned it up. But no, friggin' my hair was falling out because I get this email yesterday from the studio being like, hey, just wanted to know, do you still
You were talking about going to a waxer. You don't need to anymore. It's all fallen out. That just saved you money. Even your eyebrows are looking so much better now they're fallen out.
I know, I plucked them yesterday.
Oh, you did pluck them? I was going to offer to pluck them, but I thought you'd have hated
No, I plucked them myself.
I can actually pluck very well.
Maybe you can pluck them for me soon. No,
I have actually decided when we're back in Melbourne, I'm doing your freaking makeup girl.
No, I don't want you to.
I am. No, I want to do one day. We're going to do it. Yeah, everybody here will agree. Would you like to see me do? But you let Jared do your makeup.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, well, mine will be amazing.
Amazing.
It won't be you.
So useful.
You're starting to copy the TikTokers that putting 15 layers of gunk on your face, and halfway through the shoot, it's dripping off.
No, Meredith Duxbury does 10 pumps.
10 pumps.
Yes.
I told you Karen Adams says ... That's it. Well, tiny little dots does a whole face.
Well, now when I'm fake tanned, we're
talking about makeup, not fake tan.
Yeah, but when I'm fake, because I need a mix too. So I'll do 5 pumps of my light one, and then I do 1 pump of my tan one, and then I mix it, and then I put it on, and then I use my fingers to rub it in, and then I wash my hands, and then I get my sponge, and then I blend it. That's what Meredith Duxbury does. On TikTok. She's the girl that does 10 pumps on her hand.
Yeah, sorry.
So I do 5
and I do... She's a nobody. Didn't you hear those people?
She's big.
So she's a nobody. She's an Insta. It's like those poor friggin'... There was some commercial shoot in Sydney, and there was this Instagrammer makeup artist, and they had a very big photo shoot. They got her up. She can do one eye. She can't get 2 matching.
No, this Meredith girl's really good.
No, she's not. That's disgusting. That's not. I wish I could get Karen Adams. She would Beck loves watching this. What's his name?
Chef Reactions.
Chef Reactions. If you would talk Karen Adams reacting to her, she would have lost it. Karen doesn't swear, and she would have sworn her head off. That's like, you do not put 4 friggin' layers of whale fat on someone's skin.
I know, but that's why she went viral, because everyone was like, what the hell?
I know, and then you put half the viral.
I put half of it on there, but anyway, it works.
I would love to. I'm going to do raras.
You can do mine. I didn't say no. You said you're going to, and I didn't.
The one day you did the Atelier 2-way cake, your skin looked the best I've ever photographed it. And it's not heavy enough. I can still see a pore, a Beck pore. I am. We're going to record it. I'm going to do your makeup. It's going to be a bit weird, but
that's fine. I don't care.
Oh, see the splatitudes I get? How's your feet?
My feet?
And you still have a line between the end of your tanning and your feet? Yes. Why don't you go that little bit further?
Because I'm always wearing Docs or sneakers or something.
Except when you don't.
Except when I don't.
Bing.
Ding. I wonder if any of those are from the studio. Oh my God,
I doubt it.
I'm so frustrated.
You didn't put a timer on, did you?
No.
So we're going like 7 hours in?
I don't know. We haven't gone that. I'm going that long. I'm just frustrated. I've had it for 6 o'clock.
Oh, so you've been awake 3 hours? I'm joking.
I'm not blacking
What a burn, what a
I'm
cut.
not blacking out my room anymore.
Oh, don't blame your room. It's your sleepy heads that hits snooze. So I'm going to take...
I went to bed at 1 last night. We went,
so that's 3 hours later than when you go to bed in Australia, where you woke up, 11? That's
Yes.
2 hours later than you wake up... No, it's 3 hours later than you wake up in Melbourne. What do you expect? No argument. Killed you. I love it when I win. Oh, that's right. You don't do maths, so that doesn't work. You can't add that up.
No comment.
No comments.
No comment whatsoever.
We're only, 6 or 7 weeks in? We've got
5.
2 weeks to go.
5 weeks in.
5 weeks in. I think by the podcast in 2 weeks, I think we're going to do it with knives. Agreed?
Probably. No, I felt...
I'm nearly out of Southern. That's it. I'm going to drink Coronas from the rest of the night.
You can get some...
Not here, I can't. I've got a bug in... No, my bug dies. Beck saves her bugs when it's in her wine. When they get into my Southern, they just instantly die.
Excuse me.
It's all right, protein. I can drink that. Oh, talking about protein, everyone's going to kill me, but I'm going to have a whinge. If you went on a plane and there was vegans and vegetarians on the plane and they didn't serve vegan or vegetarian food, they would scream. The last 2 planes that we've taken with KLM, they only give vegetarian food. I need meat to live. Stop. Like even one piece. They can just friggin' rip off a pig's ear and put it on the plate. At least I have some protein.
Gross.
Or a fish or something. Well, you must admit...
I actually don't mind the
why do
vegetarian
minorities...
food.
No, I'm just saying, but why do minorities get the say over aeroplanes now?
Because they're the ones that scream the loudest.
I know, so we just sit there and eat friggin' cauliflower, which was really weird.
Because they scream the loudest.
I know.
So that's
a
why...
tray full of cauliflower was pretty ordinary. What are you doing? You're looking at my red dot.
Checking.
Check-ins. And thank you very much. We had a lovely guy at the workshop turned up with a bottle of Southern for me. So if he didn't do that, I would be empty now.
Yes, that's
Because he could do my job better than Beck can. I'm joking. Don't bite. I'm stirring you. Oh, she took that seriously.
I haven't had the best day in the world.
Oh, yeah, I'm making it worse.
Thanks.
I
I woke up with the guilt because I slept
She
in.
wakes up and tells me, why didn't you wake me up? I said, it is not my job to wake you up.
I know it's not your job to wake you up, but it's like...
Well, I'm not going to.
But if it's 11 o'clock, like...
Well, that's your friggin' fault for hitting not snooze and hitting stop.
I'm just going to not black out my room in future. I don't care if I wake
I
up
don't
before.
want to walk into your bedroom. I don't know what you're going to be wearing.
The other day you turned the light on and...
Yeah, I snuff it around the hand. We had to leave. We had a plane to catch.
I know, but I don't mind you doing
Oh,
that.
the funnier thing was where was it? Paris. Beck, I'll make you in the 4 at 9:30. I walked down there, I think, I bet she's not knocked on the door. Hello, I'll see you in the foyer. Oh, fuck. You had only just woken up from my knock. Don't lie. You and Anne had stayed up all night drinking and having funs. You did girly things.
We dyed my hair and we
Yes,
had fun. Me and Anne would speak. We were having
Well,
fun.
I sat in my room and edited on my own.
You could have come join
Without, I
us.
don't think I had alcohol that night either. Yes, that's right. You and Anne had wine. I had nothing. We had the hotel from hell that didn't have any wine in the minibar, didn't have any spirits in the bar.
We left them a ship review.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
Thank you. We're going to get banned. We'll never be able to book a place again.
Well, if places were better, it would help. We feel all bad.
No, I'm stirring you. We're having fun. Everyone's laughing out there.
Well, you know who should feel bad is this friggin' studio that's caused me hell all day.
Well, that's all right. I told
Don't
you.
tell
I'm
me.
going to contact the actual owner, not some wanker manager who's worked there for a day.
Don't tell me, yeah, I've put you in the diary and then email me saying, do you still need this booking? I can offer you a
discount. And then say, oh, sorry, you can't have
someone
it.
else has booked it.
And they booked it before you even first inquired.
Well, sorry.
Get your lies right.
And then tell me, oh, I didn't get a confirmation
on top
from
of that,
you.
we booked gear and everything.
Equipment. And he said...
And didn't we ask you about catering?
No,
oh, no,
I
we do it
haven't,
through
I haven't
somewhere
done
else.
that yet.
Yeah.
But like, don't say, yeah, I've got you in the diary for this date and this date. Here's the quote for your equipment, and then turn around and say, oh, actually, I had someone else penciled in before you. Like, I've never had this before. If someone tells me you're in the diary, that to me is you're in the diary. I would never, like, when I put if someone contacts us or if we organise a shoot with someone and I put them in the diary and I message them and I'm like, yep, cool, locked in the diary. I don't then, like, organise someone else instead. They're already in there.
Yeah, but they get more money. They found someone who's going to book all 3 studios for 2 days rather than some stupid Australians only booking 1 studio for 2 days.
But now
you should have booked all 3.
But I said to him, I was like, I've got a sold-out workshop with 15 photographers. They've all been told the address. You've told me, like, this is why I need Botox, is because of situations like this.
It's got nothing to do with Botox.
It's giving me wrinkles. My hair is falling out. I need hair extensions. I need Botox.
You need the wrinkles. I'm sick and tired of you being asked for ID. You need some more wrinkles on your face so I don't have to put up with, oh, can I have some IDs? Yeah, sorry, I'm 30, stupid bitch. But thank you very much.
Love it. I love being asked for ID. When someone's like, can I say? I'm like, yes, you can. But thank you.
But they never, I always say, well, what? This is like, no, it's wrong. It's like sexual discrimination. They never ask for my ID.
I don't know why.
I've never, ever been asked for ID.
I don't know why.
You know, I was 14 the first time I got served in a pub. I was never asked for ID.
So you've always...
Shree turned 21. So 18th birthday, we went the second night, day after she was 18, went to a pub and they said it's fake ID. There's no way knowing she's 18. Then she was 40, we're walking to a casino, can we see your ID? They said, thank you very much. You've just told my wife of 40 that she looks under 18.
No, they ask if you look under 25.
Sorry, she was 40.
Yeah, I know.
She'd given birth to 2 friggin' childs.
My sister, I mean, she hadn't given birth yet, but my sister was 37 and she got asked for ID. We went to the shops and they asked us both for ID. Shannon was so flattered.
Shay said to us, she went to a club and her brother had only gone out to the club and he was 18 and Shay was like 28. And they asked for Shay's ID, so she showed it, and they didn't ask for the brother's ID, who was it only turned 18 that day.
I find it really...
It's sexist.
No, I find it novel if, like, me and Jared are buying alcohol and they ask me for ID, but then because Jared's with me, they're like, oh, can we see your ID too? I'm like, really? Jared. Like, really? Like,
the golden retriever.
Let's ask the 6'2" with a retriever. Beard and a full sleeve. Let's ask him for ID.
You've got tattoos.
I don't have a sleeve. Like,
but you still have tattoos. It's against the law to have tattoos under 18.
Jared does not look...
And his beard's not like proper beard. It's bum fluffy. I used to have one of those beards when I was like 17. I had Jared's beard. It was just bum fluff.
It's not bum fluff.
It was Jared's all soft and furry.
He doesn't have a long beard. He's just got like facial hair.
Yeah, like bum fluff.
It's not bum fluff.
It is. It's
not bum fluff.
It's like a Chinese person trying to grow a beard.
No,
that's Jared.
Jared's got a lot more than that. Except he can't grow it in these 2 areas.
He gets 2 little gaps.
He's got 2 gaps right here, right next to the corners of his mouth.
I never grow a beard because I come out multicultural.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's orange and grey and blue and green.
Really?
Yeah, it's like so many different colours.
That's interesting.
Although I'm thinking this year, November, I'm going to do Movember.
Amazing.
I'm going to put that full porno frickin' mode that I used to have.
I can't wait for this.
I had that porno mode when I was 18.
Yes,
I'm going to grow one of those porno modes.
Are you going to grow your hair long like in your Facebook profile picture?
I'm trying to, but the bald spot.
And then I'll take a photo of you with the
My
guitar.
hair's not going to get from there to my ass in 3 months.
If you try hard enough, it might.
Well, can you fertilise it?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't mean shit on my head. Can you?
I'm happy to do that if that's what you want.
I like long hair.
I love long hair. Except it won't grow any longer than it is.
I know, because as you get older, you need to cut those freaking split end things off.
I do.
It'll never grow along the wall you got split ends. You need to cut that much off. And then it'll grow to there, then the split ends will come again, you don't get it anywhere.
About like a year ago, I cut that much. Amelia was like, Bec, this is disgusting. And she cut it up to like my boobies.
It didn't grow still, did it?
No, and it's grown back, but now it won't grow longer than this.
Yeah, I know.
It just doesn't grow longer than this.
It will.
It's not.
No, you don't drink this anymore. You have to drink proper cleansed water.
Not happening.
And you can drink kiwi juice. You need to drink prune juice. And there'll be some other disgusting thing that you have to drink.
Is that alcoholic prune juice?
No.
Well, not happening then.
Not happening, James.
Someone earlier I answered, they were like, love Bec, she's always drunk, I replied, and I was like, only 50% of the time. And they're like, oh, you know better than I do. It's funny.
60%, I disagree with that comment.
It's funnies.
Funnies, so funnies.
Hilarious.
All right, so what did you do this week?
Stressed.
I know, that's normal.
No, it's been hectic. And I just worked, what did I do this week? Our baggage was lost, we couldn't film with Shay.
Yeah, so we booked Shay to be here for a whole day in this apartment to shoot some awesome content.
And our baggage was lost.
And, well, of course, I got my Leicas with me. I had my Sony FX with me, but no lenses because I packed them in my other bag because I was happy to have a lens broken, but not a camera. And my backpack's 30 kilo. I'm not putting any more shit in that backpack. No. So every single camera was missing its lens or its microphone or something.
So we couldn't film.
I did do a fun shoot with Shay. I got some beautiful pictures of her. But I'm going to make up for this. I'm going to shoot Shay in Prague and I'm going to make Matt, MrLucker.com is going to film it for me.
So I stressed. And then we had work and work was fine.
Well, it's fine. I'm still getting... I don't know. I think the photographers, I think, just seem to have the wrong mindset that photography's for them, not for anybody else. I'm finding they keep on wanting to show you their picture. And I keep saying, well, if you made me a pizza, I'd say, yuck, that's not much to my palate. You'd be offended. So the whole idea, and same with writing music. You write your song for yourself. I never forget back in the early days when I was in a band, our band did a new single. And I think I listened to that single 40 times in a row non-stop. I was so proud of what our band had done. I didn't give a fuck about what anybody else thought. I just, in my own head, we made a song that I really liked and I would have bought.
Well, I do the same with my own TikToks and stuff. I'll go back and rewatch.
They're terrible, by the way. Why are you doing that?
I'll go back and I'll watch my TikToks and I get a laugh and I'm like, this is cool. It's like my public online diary. And that's the only reason I'm doing it is just so...
People can see how big a disaster you are in your eyes.
Yeah. And then
if you're happy with it, they're going to have to be happy with it or piss off.
Well, in 6 months' time, I can go back and rewatch it and be like, that was really fun.
But you said yourself you had all this stuff on private because you're cringing and you've now made it all public again.
Yeah. Let other people cringe. We can cringe together.
Cringe together. Cringe it.
But no, I do my silly little TikToks just because I want the memory for me and I don't care if it's on public, and if other people like it, then they like it. And if it only gets 5 likes, then I don't give a shit. It's not...
Yeah, I get annoyed when Meta shadow ban you for no reason or things like that, which means people that would like to see it not seeing it because some weird algorithm they're running because you don't pay for advertising. That annoys me because these sites, all us individuals made these sites. Look what's happened to Reddit. Reddit have done this thing and everybody who are running Reddit go, we're going to black ban Reddit for 24 hours.
48.
Or 48 hours. So the people who are using your platforms, that's who the platform's for.
Exactly.
Your platforms, you need to make money, 100%. Throw fucking ads up. Give an opportunity that if you pay a bit, will show one more person, which just never works. But don't do, I don't know. These big companies just want to get bigger, bigger, bigger.
Yeah.
And they're already too big as they are. There's too much of an influence about what the world sees. And maybe it's time that it'd be great if we had a no internet day and taught them a lesson. And everybody said, we're not going to go Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're not going to do a single social media for 2 days. The entire world did that. Those companies would die.
Well, that's why I really like this Reddit blackout that's going on because, they started because I was reading about it today, they started in 2005. They didn't make their own app for people to easily view the stuff on their website until 2016. That's 11 years. So of course other companies are going to make an app for them. And so people have gotten I love Apollo, which is what I use. And I think I've downloaded the Reddit app, or I think I've tried to use it, and I'm like, yuck, I hate this user face. This isn't what I like. I much prefer the way Apollo is. So that's what I use. But now they've said to the owner of Apollo, you've got to pay $20 million to keep your...
I think the owner of Apollo is most likely exaggerating. Because again, I saw annoyed at him.
No, I was reading a separate article.
Yeah, I know, but he's obviously built a business off Reddit and hasn't had to pay a cent.
Well...
So he should have to pay something.
Yeah, but $20 million a year, come on.
I don't know if that was... Elon Musk has sort of hinted the same thing with Twitter, that lots and lots of companies are taking the feeds off Twitter and resharing them and not paying for it, but they were developed on Twitter. So why should you be able to build your company off that?
I agree, Chad, but not
it should be just like,
amounts.
No, yeah, but I don't know how they came with that number, but it's stupid anyway. The fact it's come to this, it's dumb. And this is this big business dumb.
But now I can't.
Everything's about dollars.
But now I can't go and I've been trying to catch up.
No, you're blackbanning them. You're gonna support your person? You're gonna support your app?
Yeah, if he needs money.
Don't go try and go on there. Support him.
I will.
Support him. In fact, wait 58 hours.
If he keeps going, I will support him. But until then, there's nothing I can do. And I'm annoyed because I've been trying to go on Reddit and I want to go on the RuPaul's Drag Race subreddit and see what everyone's talking about. But it's made private because everyone's freaking blackbanning.
Yeah, so you should blackban it so it yells out to Reddit, hey, you're an idiot.
Well, that's what everyone's doing.
Right, so don't
But
get
I wanted
annoyed.
to have a cigarette and read it and it's...
Well, why don't you have a cigarette and TikTok?
I did, because I couldn't
Well,
go on
there
Reddit.
you go.
Because I couldn't go on Reddit.
You can talk your way or...
Loving my TikTok feed at the moment. It's all full of Ollie Sacks and...
Seriously, I don't think I've looked at Facebook for a long time. We post some stuff. But I just find it so curated for not a what I like.
Not a what I like.
No, and I've sort of got Twitter curated to what I like it, but I'm getting a little bit too much of this friggin' NFT, nice, Bec's nice effing ticks. Not ticks, yeah, ticks. She has ticks now.
Nice ticks.
I'm just finding a little bit too much of that, but the problem is these people putting up some really cool stuff and then NFT stuff, and I'm getting bombarded by the NFT stuff, which NFT's dead, surely. Everyone's woken up, it's a friggin' pyramid selling scam.
Pyramid scam.
And, Gary V does his V friends, which are stick frickin' drawings, and people are paying 20,000 Bitcoins for them. You're an idiot.
Never understood the NFT. I understand my NFTs. But
We had a few people contact us to try and get us to NFTs. So this just seems an absolute stupid wank. Buy a frickin' print.
if I want artwork, I will physically
I want
buy
it
it
on the wall.
and put it on the wall in my
friggin-
house. My house is, I've got so much artwork that I still need to get framed to put up. Like at home, me and Jared's house, the second you walk in, we've got a hallway.
3/4 of the wall is you.
No, the first thing you see when you walk in is a giant
100
painting
times
of
size
me.
of Bec.
But then in the hallway to that wall, we've got
Badly hung.
from the ceiling to the floor tapestry, and then you go into the lounge room and we've got artwork on all the walls, and then in the little gap we've got 2 massive windows, and we've got a little bit of wall, and we've got 3 prints
you've
down
seen
there.
my house.
And then
I've
even in
got
the
frames
bathroom.
and prints everywhere.
Yeah, but
My
same,
bathroom has the 4 vaginas over the bath.
our house is the same. We've got a tapestry that hangs opposite the bathroom, and sometimes if I'm home alone and I don't close the door, actually even Jared, if I don't close the door, there's these 2 eyes in this tapestry.
Did they scare you?
And they kind of scare me. I'll be like, I'll do a little cheeky wee, and there's these 2 eyes just staring.
What's a cheeky wee?
Just a little cheeky, just a little quick one. Is that what? Quick one that you don't close the door for, and I sit down and there's these 2 eyes staring.
You do cheeky wees here.
Well, you
The
can't
model
see.
today did a cheeky wee, and I thought, that's a bit friendly.
Well, it's just a little
No, I
cheeky
don't.
wee.
I don't care. It actually gives me confidence.
But it's around the corner. No one's going to see you.
It's down the end of the room.
But the eyes stare at me from this tapestry. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. I don't know. It's a cool tapestry. It's just I don't like the eyes looking at me. I feel watched. Maybe I should close the door more.
The worst thing I ever had is when I first started out my first studio, I decided to get a mannequin to do lighting tests. Waste of time. Don't bother. It's a complete waste of time. You take pictures. No matter what you do, it looks shit. Get a model. Make it feel good. Then the lighting doesn't matter. The lighting looks good if she looks good. Anyway, every time I walk in the studio, I'd open the door and then shit myself. There's this mannequin staring at me.
I do a cheeky way now.
Well, how are we going for times? I didn't put...
6:20.
That's got to be an hour, surely.
Oh, I don't know.
The dub... Oh, one more... All right, before we go. I saved an animal.
You did. I put it on my Instagram story and everyone said it was really good.
There's this little dove. It was a pigeon. It was a pigeon. There was a gutter out here on our balcony, and it was there struggling in the gutter, and its wing was stuck out a little bit. And because Dad used to have pigeons, the wing stuck out sometimes means dehydrated. And it was struggling walking along. So it had a band around its foot, so it was definitely a pet. So I got ready for it. I went and got a bowl of water, and I came up to it, and it took a little bit of time. It took 4 massive drinks. I was so happy. And then I've got to finish the story. Then I walked out later and I couldn't see it, but there's these 2 other pigeons, but they're pigeons, sitting out there. And there's one on one corner, one on the other corner. And this one on this corner ended up flying over. No, first, finish story. It's a really dumb story, but I need to say it. I was sitting there, they're both just sitting out, looking at nothing. And I'm there going, what are they thinking? They're just sitting on a roof, staring at nothing, not going, what am I going to have for dinner? What TV show? What Reddit am I going to read tonight? I'm wondering what the friggin' thing, a bird sitting on a roof, just looking around thinking. I have too much time. Anyway, that bird flew over and flapped here, and then this bird goes, I'm horny. And the feathers came out and it fluffed up its chest and it does the whole dance. I was so hoping they were going to do it, and they didn't. The other one just flew away. Anyway, I think it's the time to finish. Beck needs to pee.
I really need to do chicken.
Beck needs to pee.
All right. I'll see you guys next week when we're
Amsterdam.
Spamsterdam.
We've got some good ones coming. We've got Spamsterdam. We've got
London.
London.
We're going to do Jared.
He won't come in. He'll sit He will sit on a friggin' deck chair, friggin' laying down in Bali.
We'll get Jared.
We'll have Matt, and Shay is going to be the first replacement of Beck in Prague.
Yes, because I'm getting replaced. I hope you guys don't miss me too much. Yeah. See you next week. Have a good one.
See ya.